How's it going, Airsofters? Let me introduce you to the new Runcam Scopecam. The new Runcam Scopecam encapsulates a Runcam 2 in a brand new alloy body, specifically designed with Airsoft in mind. As it's basically a Runcam 2 inside, you can expect the usual Runcam 2 recording modes: 1080p 60 frames per second and 720p 120 frames per second. The Scopecam takes a micro USB card, and Runcam recommend no larger than a 64GB card to be used. The Scopecam has a 20mm rail mount with a thumb screw for quick attach and detach. Gorilla Glass has been added to protect the installed 35mm lens from BB strikes. One of the key features of the new Runcam Scopecam is the ability to rotate the lens and sensor with ease. This will allow side and upside down mounting on your airsoft gun. At the moment, the only lens option is 35mm, which has an optimised focus of between 30 meters and 60 meters. But I understand Runcam will also be releasing a 16, 25 and 50mm lens. What will be really nice is if Runcam will sell the lenses and sensor sections separately, so you can change the lens depending on the field that you're playing at the time. As to me, it looks really easy to do. Just undo the two screws with the screwdriver provided, lift this little flap here, install the new section, and you're good to go. The Scopecam has Wi-Fi, so you're able to connect your smart device to view a live feed, personalise the settings, or view the video playback mode, so you can check out your recorded files via the iOS and Android app. To connect your Scopecam to your device, you're going to have to go into your Wi-Fi settings, and you're going to look for something that looks like RCSC, something. It will then ask you for a password. Now the factory password is 1234567890. Now you've linked your device with your Scopecam, all you need to do in the future is go straight to the app and hit connect. In the drop down box, select Runcam Scopecam and then hit connect your camera. You'll now see a live preview from your camera and various other settings. Here you can adjust various things from the white balance, contrast brightness, field of view and the spot meter. You can also flip the video should you wish to. Click in the top right hand corner and that is your settings. Here you can format your SD card and personalise all the settings to your liking. Down here you can change the resolution and the frames per second of the camera. I had trouble getting my Scopecam to be Wi-Fi discoverable and I just couldn't find it on any smart device. In the end I had to manually update the firmware to version 1.01 and after that the camera showed on all my devices. So if you have any problems, your camera probably needs a firmware update. In the box obviously you'll receive the Scopecam, a scope adapter which will fit 25 and 30mm scopes, a TV out cable, a USB cable, a star screwdriver for undoing the sensor and lens unit, the manual and an 850 mAh battery. So how long will the battery allow you to record for, Camman, I hear you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked that, let's give it a try. The battery has now been fully charged and I'll be running the camera on 1080p 60 frames per second mode. So that's definitely not enough for a full day's skirmish or a meal sim. Well, luckily the Runcam Scopecam can be charged with an external power supply such as a power bank. So how is the sound quality on the Scopecam? This is what it sounds like from about 1 metre away. This is what it sounds like from about 30 metres away. This is what it sounds like from about 50 metres away. There are a couple of very minor things that I'd like to have seen done differently. The USB cable that comes with it isn't really fit for purpose when it comes to externally charging the camera while it's mounted on your gun. It kind of gets in the way, so you're going to have to use a different USB cable if you want to charge externally. I'd like to have seen a little tab here holding this door on, because if you ever want to change the batteries in the field and you're anything like me with butterfingers, you're probably going to drop this door on the floor and lose it forever. Also, I really want to be seeing 2.7K 60 frames per second and 1080p 120 frames per second moving into Airsoft now. Anyway, I'm really glad that these action camera companies are starting to take notice of us Airsofters. But who wouldn't want to get home and watch back those cool 80-metre sniper shots that you made, or taking those 5 guys out with your AEG? Well done, Runcam. This is a quality product and I'm very impressed, and I'm sure it's going to be extremely popular with us Airsofters. Stay tuned for my gameplay videos where I'll definitely be putting this camera through its paces.
I mean, it's basically like FPS except better graphics.